Alright, stop what you're doing. This is not a drill. Put down that $30 battle pass you just bought and look at this beautiful madness of a game. This is Megabonk. And right now, this game is absolutely sprinting past every single massive AAA title that cost probably $200 million to put together that just released. Yes, that includes the one that you pre-ordered 4 months ago that is also full of microtransactions. Today, we are going to dive into the epic lore or history, I guess, of Megabonk, the solo developer who made it, and how it's proving that maybe the best games are the ones that are made with an actual passion instead of spreadsheets and $200 million. So, get ready, because the story of Megabonk is amazing. In this case, the hero of our story is the solo developer who goes by the name of Vedanad, and I probably butchered that knowing my luck. But, by the way, that is Danny Dev backwards, but more on that later. His concept was very simple, yet very genius. Take Vampire Survivors, which is a really popular auto-battler dopamine hit roguelike game, and throw it into a third dimension. He literally described his game as Vampire Survivors, but 3D. He knew what he wanted, and he knew how to do it. And if you don't know what Vampire Survivors is, another example would be Survivor.io if you're a mobile gamer. Yes, it's the one game that you probably got way too many ads for, yet it was still a pretty fun game, I can't lie. Now, let's talk about the timeline here, because the biggest studios are always trapped in this 3 to 7 year development hell, Call of Duty, constantly delaying their highly anticipated games. Rockstar. Next generation experience, also Rockstar. But Vedanad built this entire universe of pure, unfiltered chaos in roughly 10 to 12 months. That's quicker than it takes most publishers to even settle on the final box art designs. Now, let's talk about the aesthetics, because it isn't about photorealism all the time. Sometimes it's about just pure, fun, stupid graphics that also look amazing for the vibe of the game. You could play as a skeleton or on a skateboard or as a chimp in sunglasses. Which, by the way, really cool sunglasses you got there, you little chimp, you know, pretty cool sunglasses. And the item descriptions are absolute gold. We're talking about upgrades that literally have their description as clap their cheek so hard it generates a lightning strike. It's so absurd, and it's such a hilarious tone that it's just awesome, and an executive board of people in suits and ties would never approve of something like this, and that's why it works so well. I would have another example, but it's kind of one of those YouTube demonetization words in there, and yeah, no, I don't want to do that. Now, really quickly, I want to talk about the marketing skills here, because whenever you're a solo developer, you don't have a dedicated marketing department. You are the marketing department. And instead of, not doing anything, he posted devlogs, he made an awesome trailer, and he uploaded shorts, which was like the main 3 things that he did, and those shorts really helped, because if I'm correct, they all got multi-million views, and that is really, really helpful. And whenever a good game gets just a little bit of exposure, it's going to do amazing. And that it did. And then slowly, over time, with all these views, the wish list started to pile up because everybody wanted to bonk. And bonk they did. And they did a little bit more. They did some digging. Let's address kind of the elephant in the room that I mentioned a little bit earlier. Vedanad backwards is Danny Dev. Well, I guess Danny Dev backwards is Vedanad. I worded that very, very weirdly. But if you reverse Vedanad, it's Danny Dev, which, if you don't know who Danny is, he's the milk-obsessed solo developer who's been very radio silent recently because people have been pressuring him so much to finish this wonderful game, Carlson, and we all want to play it. Danny, please finish it someday. But no pressure. You do you, man. Now, I'm not going to say it is him, but I'm not going to say it's not him, because, well, there's a good chance it is. That, or somebody is pulling out the greatest internet troll of all time in the developer space. Now, we all know about how much pressure the guy was under after all, and if it is him, I don't want to know. Because I feel like if people know, they're going to start pressuring him more. And then he might quit again, and we may never see him return. And I don't think anybody really wants that, because the games he brings to the space have always been amazing. I've made some core memories on Muck. It was a very good time. So I don't want to see him go if it truly is him. Now, the next portion of the video is going to be done by my great friend, Tony Toe. There's going to be a link down in the description to him. Go subscribe to him. He's trying to reach monetization on YouTube because he absolutely loves doing YouTube. And if you want to have a good time, go watch his streams. And while you're at it, maybe come watch my streams too sometime. You know, I also stream. I might be live right now. Maybe you should check. If I am, you might as well just ditch the video and go watch the live stream. You know how it is. But let's move on. Tony, take the wheel.
Thank you, Galaxy. I appreciate that. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Tony Toe here. And if you haven't, go like and subscribe to Galaxy_Arcane. We're building a mega org here. So and we like to play all kinds of different things. Case to being, recently we're playing Megabonk, and man, oh man, it's just a blast playing this game. And the creator is a genius. When it came time to launch, he didn't gently slide his game onto Steam. He dropped it like a brick right into the most brutal holiday release window of the year. I mean, he was surrounded by games backed by 9-figure marketing budgets and years of corporate planning. We're talking massive high fidelity that everyone was told to fear. Everyone, and I mean everyone, told him he needed to delay the launch. Think about the panic at a major publisher if a competitor drops a game on the same day. Now, imagine that competitor is a single dude named Vedanad who spent less on his entire game than they spent on their office coffee machine's annual maintenance. I mean, I didn't know coffee machines needed annual maintenance, but you get my point. It wasn't a lot of money, wasn't a lot. He knew what he was doing. Our hero was ready to fight. He made a legendary YouTube short about how everyone was telling him to push back the game because he was going to get crushed by the Giants. You can't blame everyone. It's like there's a lot of fear, and he said, nah. His response: he stared into the camera and delivered the single most perfect line in indie history. Basically, I have to delay my game is what I would say if I was a little bitch. I don't care. Boom. Megabonk is out now.
I have to delay my game. Is what I would say if I was a little bitch. I don't care. Boom. Megabonk is out right now. Go.
Thank you, Tony. Once again, go check him out. Now, after everything you just heard, I want you to know that Megabonk isn't just slightly surviving, scraping by. No, it has become a mega hit. And just the span of 2 weeks, this one-person passion project of a game has sold over 1 million copies. As of recording this video, it is number 2 on the Steam wishlist charts, and it is number 15 on the top seller charts. At its peak, and also while recording this, it was and still is surpassing the active player counts on Steam for games that have been developed by teams the size of a small town. It is outpacing Borderlands 4, and as of recording this, it has double the player count of Call of Duty, at least for the Steam side of things. And all of this for $10. Now you may be wondering, why is Megabonk doing so good? And honestly, it's quite simple. Number one, the price tag. AAA titles cost $70 nowadays. Not everybody has $70, like me. If you want to help me get $70, you could subscribe so YouTube pushes my content out more. Purely optional though. It's alright. And then right once you get a new AAA game, they're gonna give you options to buy everything. From skins to cosmetics to battle passes. They are loaded with microtransactions. But Megabonk? No. It's cheap. You can probably run it on a toaster. I think this might be the new Doom. You can run it on pretty much anything, I think. And it gives you all of the crazy unlocks just for playing the game. It is a very rewarding gameplay loop. And that's what makes it so awesome. You have a high-value game that has a lot of content in it, all for $10, which is a very low price for a game nowadays. It's like finding a $50 bill in a denim jacket, you know what I mean? It's very lucky that we get a game like this. Now, a second reason does have to do with the value, and it's the grinding. All of this grinding and stuff that you have to do in the game really helps with the value of the game because it makes you want to play it for longer, making those $10 more valuable. Most big games are built to maximize your engagement and try to keep you playing for as long as you can with their very awful live service models. But Megabonk just wants you to have fun and get hilariously overpowered. It respects your time, just wants you to break the game, and it's amazing. And honestly, the vibe of the game is the greatest part of it. The game knows the identity it should have pretty much. It wants you to have fun. It's just the way it was designed. It doesn't want you to sit there through 40 hours of random cutscenes and filler content, Call of Duty, that nobody asked for. Still Call of Duty. Sorry, lots of jabs at Call of Duty today. But it's just this perfect, silly, chaotic game that is really worth the $10. And off the record, I felt very bored playing this game, yet I felt really content at the same time. And it wasn't like a bad boredom. It was a relaxed, tired, ready to go to sleep boredom. It is so relaxing too. After all of this, Vedanad posted and gave us a little window into his success. And it was the most genuine thing of all year. After hitting 1 million sales, he tweeted his thanks and announced his plans for the evening. And said that he will be eating spaghetti with extra sauce tonight. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I kind of am late to the party with Megabonk, but I still hope this finds the right audience. By the way, I'm going to be streaming for like the entire next week until like Monday the 20th. And I would love to see you guys there. So yeah, come check it out. I would love to also know your guys' thoughts on the game, because I think this is one of the most fun games I have played this year. And with that, I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.